Yeah, both bros in the house, or at least the Dose Bros in the
Those
house.
bros in the house. Yeah, James is out with the Hill people in Arizona at the moment. He's out doing Hill people things. I'm not quite sure what that is. But for the 4th of July, we weren't even sure we were going to do an episode this week. Kyle's traveling, and then I was the only one who was able to do anything at this moment. But we are here, guys. I'm not even sure how many people are actually in the chat at the moment, right? This is definitely an unusual time for us to even go live. But as you guys pile in, answer, shoot your questions out. This is going to be a time for you folks, 110%. And, there's a lot to discuss. Well, actually, there's almost nothing to discuss since we're in the quiet period in the NFL at the moment. But, we got a few topics we can talk about.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we got a lot to get into, so let's get into it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I'm Dale Henley. You watching the Boat Bros podcast? Let's do it!
Okay, guys. Hey, okay, so we got some folks and we got some guys. Seriously, we were like, well, should we even do this video today? What are we thinking here? But we got Miguel in the house.
Man. I know we got a couple of the loyalists that are here always. We love it. We love seeing you there, Miguel. Yeah.
Okay, how we doing?
Okay. We got the Thayer in the house. Yeah, so just so you know, just drop your questions in the chat. We good. But for Aether, he's got to pay for every question. That's all we know.
Yeah. Right? So I'm thinking
we'll keep a tally.
Yeah. $25 a question. Got it. Till we get to 200. No, but 200. Yep. Yeah. But you know what's interesting? I've been by the way, just so you guys know, again, like I said, throw your questions out all you want. James Miguel is in the Hill people of Arizona right now for the holidays. So horrible internet connection there. And he's just going to be completely unavailable. And bottom line, it's one of those things where, at the end of the day, there's a lot of really no news at this point, right? So we're pretty much just sitting here twiddling our thumbs. And the reason being is players can't communicate with teams. Teams can't really communicate with players. There's rules around this. So this is pretty much players' times to just do their own things. Oh, yes, he's out with the Hillbillies. That's right. But I'll say this. I think this is pretty funny, right? At the end of the day, folks, the Chargers are kind of viewed as the sleeper team, right? You got Harbaugh now, and you got to sit back and just say, look, we got a lot of funny memes for you guys today. This is going to be more of a funny kind of just general discussion. But again, throw your questions out as well, too. But I really do think the Chargers could go 10-7 or, 12-4, 13-4. I mean, anywhere in that area, I think they'd be fine. Mm-hmm. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Good to see you.
Definitely over the Vegas 8.5 for sure.
Yeah, and that's a good bet, guys. Right? If you really wanted to throw some money at this, they're saying 8.5. I think you can easily go into that bet. In fact, I'm going to be putting a bet down. I think James already did do a bet, didn't he?
I think he did. We need that $200 from Aether so we can put it down for the Burrows itself.
There we go. We got to turn that 200 into 1,000 or whatever the odds are. There we go. Right. And I agree, Aether, 100%. We're going to win at least 11 for sure. 11. I think that makes a lot of sense. But again, I think these are some of we're going to recap some of the funny memes we threw out this week. I think it's going to be pretty good. Michael, how we doing, guys? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I know, right? Malik Neighbors at the club. Dude, guys, did you see that? Did you see that guy, Kyrie Jackson? I completely forgot to put the slide in there.
Yeah,
he died over the weekend, guys. Over the weekend. The cornerback from Oregon that went to I'm trying to blank on which team he went to.
It was it the Ravens?
Yeah, it might have been the Ravens. So sad.
Yeah.
But at any rate, it's unfortunate, right? Oh, the Vikings. There we go. Thank you, Miguel.
Oh, Vikings. Yes.
Yeah. So you guys know better than I do, right? So that's good. I knew he went somewhere. Okay, cool. Yeah, and again, guys, it's going to be awesome, right? I mean, I really, truly believe this season's going to be great. Again, I just posted this one just a couple days ago. This is from what is it? The Bolt Galaxy, I think. It's Bolt. Is it Bolt Up Yo? Which one's the one on Twitter that is that parody Charger site? Is it Bolt Up Galaxy?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
No Limit Bolts. No Limit Bolts.
Yeah, No Limit Bolts. Yeah.
Check them out. They are absolutely hilarious, guys. I just think this meme was just so funny to me. I had to post it. Yeah, so bad. Okay, did you guys see the director's video on possible slight uniform changes? Yes. So here's the thing. There's also going to be helmet variations this year as well, too. So it's not going to be just the normal helmets that we've had. There are going to be other helmet variations. I'm really hoping they bring back the full Navy uniform because I love the Navies.
Yeah.
So
bring back the Navy helmets with the bolt outline on that too. Ooh, that'd be fire. Absolute chef's kiss right there. That'd be dope.
Chef's kiss, I know.
Right.
Well, and this is actually why I'm wearing this shirt right here, guys, because I was at the 4th of July. I was at the 4th of July, my buddy's backyard, and they had a Roman candle fight. All the kids thought it would be pretty funny to just start shooting each other with Roman candles.
Oh my gosh.
And we, lo and behold, had a nice fire in the backyard. That was pretty exciting. So I had some water in my hands. I had to go, throw it out on the fire. It was a fun time. So I go.
Oh my gosh!
A great 4th of July. And
I was wondering why, how that happened. I was like, okay, so you guys were shooting at each other with the Roman candles. That makes sense. Yeah. So,
well, again, they weren't the exploding kind. They were just the ones that just kind of shoot out, right? Sure. But oh my gosh, so funny. Yeah, and they are going to be doing some more uni tweaks. I'm very curious, right? I think Major League Baseball, those City Connect uniforms for the Padres are super popular, right? Everyone calls them the cotton candies or whatever.
The Miami Vice situation.
Yeah, the Miami Vice, but I really do think you're going to see some variations. Again, it's more sales for these teams. And by the way, have you guys been paying attention to the lawsuit for the Sunday ticket? Sounds like people that got Sunday ticket might even get $4,000. So we might get $4,000 back if you got Sunday ticket. So look out for that.
It's probably like they'll do up to like 4 or 5 years of Sunday ticket or something like that.
Yeah.
So
could be.
Which is it's crazy. But what I'm concerned about most of that is that the NFL, they're not going to be the ones to just take all that punishment. They're going to spread it around the whole league. So
100%.
Yeah, so like every team's going to pay like $500 million or whatever like that. It's just I was like, that's kind of sucks now. Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, and I think the argument is that money went directly to the teams, right? So the teams just have to pay it back now because of the lawsuit, which makes more sense. But it's still ridiculous, right? So yeah, it's very interesting to see how it plays. I paid for it last year for the Bolt Bros. So we'll see. Let's see if I get my money back. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. So eighth question. Let's say again, guys, throw your questions out. This time's for you. So the serious slides are now. We just want to throw some memes out. The serious slides will be coming up in a second. So let's say we're killing it.
Are we anytime serious? Like,
well, right now it's pretty much like whatever. No big deal. Let's say we're killing on the ground, averaging 150 yard while 46 yards per game. First 3 games were 3-0 heads to the Chiefs game. So Coach Reed decided we're not doing this today. Herbert has to throw. Could be. Look, at the end of the day, Andy Reid is a very good head coach. And really that'd be Spagnuolo, right? Because he's a defensive coordinator and he's really the genius on that defense there. So he's probably going to try and shut down the running game. But the one argument I would make on that is that the running game that really Harbaugh wants to run, you kind of can't defend. It doesn't matter, right? You're putting a hat on a hat. If you execute correctly, you're going to get yards. So it doesn't really matter. So, do what you want. You have physical team. That's why that type of football works. So that's just my take. What's your thoughts there, Kyle?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, Herbert's gonna do fine. If he has to throw, we'll still be great.
Yeah,
I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, a lot of people are so worried about like our wide receivers and stuff like that, But I'm like, we got good hands out there, man. Like they're Josh Palmer's made some spectacular catches, and freaking Quentin Johnson he's got the juice. It was his bad coaching last year.
Yeah.
Through and through.
Yep.
He came off of we were dealing with Staley, where he got his balls cut off because of the freaking Jaguars game, and because of that, then he was putting all the blame on the players on like a whole bunch of stuff. Like it was just bad coaching. So I think Quentin Johnson's he's gonna have a huge bounce back year, and he's gonna have he could be because essentially a comeback player of the year, something like that. I can see,
Yep. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, and keep it to 50 characters minimum. Thank you. Funny comment there, Miguel. No, but to answer your question though, Aether, for sure, 7-minute box. I don't think the Chargers care. They're going to still run, and they're going to still pass. They're going to do whatever they want to do. They're just going to dictate terms. They're not going to, they're not going to allow the defense to dictate what we're going to do offensively. Period. So, but again, this is interesting. So a lot of people are talking about coaches of the year next year, and these are the 3 coaches of the year that are in the lead to win, right? So Jim Harbaugh, I can't remember the Titans head coach's name, and then is it McDonald for the Seahawks? So and honestly, what's that, Kyle?
Yeah, I have no idea what the coach for the Seahawks name is at all.
Yeah, it's McDonald. It's McDonald. I can't remember the Titans name.
All right. You want some fries with that?
Yeah. So what do you mean by fries? What are you talking about?
McDonald's, bro.
Oh,
burger and fries.
I did not pick that. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that went right over your head, bro.
Yeah, but way over my head. Holy smokes. I did not pick up what you were laying down, my dude. I did not pick up what you were laying down. Wow. Yeah. That is funny. Yeah, and by the way, so Kyle has been talking to the director. He does live right. You live really close to the director, don't you, Kyle?
Yeah. He's really like down the street from me. I think actually, somewhere, at least around the block. But like he wants to join our studio, come to something, like that. And I'm like, well, we don't really have something set up like that at all, So yeah. I mean, I'm literally sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce right now with my crappy laptop that might die on me in any minute. So yeah,
any moment.
Yeah.
Brian Callahan. Okay, Callahan Auto. Remember that from Tom?
Callahan Auto Parts. Yeah.
Callahan Auto.
How do I know you're not selling me a guaranteed piece of I don't want to say it.
But we are going to be doing some things with the director. Hopefully, I know I messaged him a few times, so that'll happen. Yeah, and then Mike McDonald. Yes, the Seahawks. They always have a good team, but we'll see. By the way, he's going to run a very similar type of defense that the Chargers are running, obviously. So that's a good thing. I thought this was an interesting chart. This was the rankings of the actual Chargers roster. So we are currently the 26th out of 32nd rank team in the NFL. That's pretty bad.
That's really like, where are they basing this off of?
We lost wide receivers. We lost Eckler. We lost Allen. We lost Williams. It's crazy, right? Aether, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I don't see that as being that bad. I can understand maybe 14 or 15. That makes sense to me.
Yeah,
but
maybe below like half. Like maybe in the 17-20 range. I mean, yeah. Why are the Bears at 20? I can see us being at 20. Like, speaking
of which, the article that James sent over, he is still communicating with the Bolt Bros in the hills. They said Eberflus might get Coach of the Year, right? Which,
oh my gosh,
flabbergasted me. And I'm like, how the hell is Eberflus going to get Coach of the Year? Rookie quarterback.
Yeah,
and yeah, he's got some. They got Keenan Allen, but I'm like, come on now. I mean, look. All this is speculation at this point, right? And I just don't feel like, again, you're right, Aether and Carlos. Nothing. This is not accurate at the end of the day.
Right.
It's paper teams, and you could also look at the Chargers and say, yeah, we got Dobbins, and we've got Gus Edwards, and you can say, well, they're different teams. Is it going to work out? You got a lot of rookies in certain core positions. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
That was an interesting one.
I mean, I can't imagine like the Jets being a top 4 team is going to be really
Yeah.
I don't know. Just because they got Aaron Rodgers, it doesn't mean that they're going to go freaking all the way. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that guy played 4 plays last year and he was out, right? So
yeah, exactly.
But one bright spot is we got Dicker the kicker. Okay.
That's right.
Oh, and we got to recap our jokes in our chat today, guys.
Yeah.
So we got to recap it. Here we go. This is good. Elite Dicker. Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Such a good Dicker.
Yeah.
Top-notch Dicker.
Yeah.
The magical Dicker.
Yeah.
We're children, boys. It is what it is, right? I mean, but
right. we ain't nothing but big kids with expensive toys. That's all it is.
That's right. We like blinky buttons. But again, Cameron Dicker, amazing, 100%, and look at these stats, folks, right?
Dude.
And by the way, 2023, we would have had more kicks, but Brandon Staley never seemed to want to go for it. And he always wanted to go for it on 4th down in kind of some weird ways. And
yeah,
I don't know, pretty tough.
Yeah.
And going back to this comment here, what do you think about this here, Kyle? Which of these 1-year prove it deals will make the biggest impact for the Chargers? What's your thoughts on this?
Dang. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, look at that. I mean, gosh, I mean, I got to say, I want to say probably Bozeman, because if he just stays healthy,
yeah,
because that's a big one. I mean, center position, man, that's literally it right there. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, it's gonna be our Shark needs to step up in a huge way too on the wide receivers. I mean, it's crazy. I can say I definitely don't think that Perriman's gonna show up in the big way.
Yeah,
I don't have a whole lot of high hopes for him. I mean, just because we already had him once, whatever like that. He wasn't like super lights out like we expected him to be and stuff. And then obviously he went some other places, so he's kind of the least expecting for me in that whole one. Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Aether on this. I think I'm on the same page with you. The other person I'd add, yeah, Bozeman and Dobbins. I think Bozeman and Dobbins. I mean, that guy's a beast. Like literally, you don't want to see that guy down a dark alley. Like he's 6'5", 350. Come on now, hey, throw you right in the trash can. But my point is, he's huge, and I think Dobbins is going to be great. I mean, I as long as that guy can stay healthy, that guy's electric, right? And then I think Shark will be good too. I think Shark will be fine. I mean, Justin Herbert does not need the best quarterback in the NFL or wide receiver in the NFL to be successful. But I just really feel like, that's where it's going to be.
Yeah.
He's been smoking on Madden games.
Yeah, Quentin Johnson, huh?
Yeah.
He's been smoking them on Madden games. I see a big bounce back for him because he'll be used properly.
He will be. Yeah. He will be. Yeah. I mean, I think he has a very specific skill set, right? Give him the ball, let him cut, and go from there. And I think you're right. The running backs all need to step up. It's going to be big, right? I just really believe it's not one of those situations where, again, everyone says we're going to be a run-first offense. I don't really think it's going to be like that. I truly, again, remember when Harbaugh was the head coach of the Niners, remember he was 44-19, still the 5th winningest head coach in NFL history.
Yeah.
The first half of the game, he was always 50-50, run pass. I still suspect that. And then once they got a lead, they would start running the ball more. So I would expect that's exactly how it's going to be.
Yeah, I could totally see that. I mean, and at that point too, like they'll do 50-50. They'll realize like, oh, okay, so we're more effective in the pass right now. So let's start passing the ball some more,
Well, and Herbert did say one thing about that. They asked, well, how many times do you want to throw the ball? He's like, selfishly, I want to throw the ball all the time. It's like baseball players. They want to play shortstop. They all want to be the alpha. They all want to do that, right? And Herbert's got a cannon, so it is what it is. But again, he also said, look, if we're winning games, I don't care. So, I'll throw it 15 times as long as we're winning games. And that's all that matters.
It's all about it's an inch or a mile. Just that famous
Vin Diesel
freaking Fast and Furious quote. Hey, it doesn't matter. Winning is winning. Like, I mean, I know some games we win ugly games, but like, hey, you win by 1 point or whatever like that. It doesn't matter. 1 point or 10 points. Winning is winning.
Yeah, so let's look at over the cap. This is a good question here. So we still have $20 million available to spend. That's a good question for the chat as well. What do you guys think in this chat, Eddie? Look, do you think it'll be a wide receiver, defensive tackle, or cornerback or safety? Well, I'm going to blanket say depends on injuries, right? If we get a serious injury with any of these positions, I think then we might have that. Now, but here's my thought. I still think, guys, right before we went to this quiet period, there was a lot of discussions. We were trying to sign Rashawn Slater. I said that all funny. Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater.
Yeah.
So some of that $20 million might go to that, right? So it could be interesting. But I do like the idea of a safety. I think a cornerback potentially. And luckily we got out of camp, OTAs with no injuries, which is good.
Yeah. Well, no, there was a couple, but they're probably so minor, like when Junior Colson got a little bit injured.
Yeah.
I think someone else, I think they said Gus Edwards or whatever had something too. Like he did.
Yep. He had an injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
J.K. Dobbins seems to be fine. Yep.
Yeah. But it's something so minor that it's not going to affect the season, whatever. And that's why why they haven't said anything about it. If he was going to miss the entire season, then yes, they would have said something.
Yeah. And to you guys' point, you guys are smart, right? You guys knew exactly what I was going to throw up here. J.K. Dobbins, man, I'm telling you, this guy is going to be a stud. If this dude could stay healthy, forget about it. Like, he's going to be ridiculous. He catches the ball great out of the backfield. Secondarily, he's big enough where he can play that physical brand of football. And he just does all the right things, right? I do suspect we're going to see a 3 running back system most of the year.
Okay.
And again, dude, I think Elijah Dotson's looked really good. I've heard good things about him in camp. And he's probably the 5th running back on the team.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyways. Here we go. I forgot to read your question here, Ether. J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards will combine for 20. Wow. Okay. 2,200 yards. Yowzers. Well, I'll tell you what. If that happened, they'd be getting some bags after that, dude. I'll tell you what. You get a year like that. That's a ton. That's a ton. So
that's great.
But DJ's pretty high on Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins, but specifically talking about J.K. Dobbins. Okay, Ryan, here's his thought. It's funny how players talk about how making business decisions when tackling players. Well, Chiefs are going to be in that scenario. Good luck, Queefs. Exactly. Well, yeah, it's true because they're getting fined. I mean, remember, our boy, got fined a number of times, Derwin James, for those helmet-to-helmet hits, helmet-to-helmet collisions, right? And it's going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. Yeah. Okay, that's a good question, Eddie. So who do we think is going to be cut? My thought would be probably Rumph, maybe Woods.
Yeah. Smart, I could see that. Parham, I could see that too. Spiller, potentially. Dotson, I don't know. I think we might want to hold on to Dotson.
Yeah. I think Spiller and Dotson probably stay. I think Spiller, Dotson, Parham stay. I think the last 3 are the ones that could potentially go. Kind of crazy, though, because
I can see maybe Woods staying just because we need some more depth in the safety position.
Yeah. Well, and do they fit in within the scheme that we're trying to run also, right? Because you have to remember, again, we want to play physical. Again, the knock against, well, let's just go back to the list. Here we go. You go back to Spiller was arguably a very bad blocking running back for Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dotson was actually very good, but never saw the field. Parham was a horribly blocking tight end. He was more of a wide receiver. Yeah. Stone Smart was the same because he was a converted quarterback, now a tight end.
Yeah.
They both can't block at all. And Rumph is just an asparagus stalk. Isn't that what Joey Bosa called him, right? And then Woods just hasn't played the field at all, right? So, who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
So we'll see how that plays out. I'm very curious. Yeah, Hymus and Leatherwood, very interesting. I think Leatherwood's going to make the team, guys. Do you know why though?
Really?
Okay, I want you to. I'm going to throw a thought out, and this is why. It goes back to what Jim Harbaugh said that if he could put 5 tackles on the field, he would.
Yeah.
What is Leatherwood? Leatherwood is a big ass tackle. Okay.
That's right.
Probably dumb as a box of rocks, but he's just a big dude, right? And at the end of the day, you could say, well, but he's a big guy, right? And I think at some point you want to keep a guy like that as a backup that you can plug and play. And he's played in multiple positions, so I think they might use him as a utility. Maybe the 6th offensive lineman or whatnot, right? That'd be kind of my take. But I think Hymas probably will stay as a backup center, but that's just my take.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, it just depends on how many linemen we're gonna keep. Like I think typically we keep about 8 linemen. On the 53 squad. So, and we got right now, I think we have about 12. So that's that is the hard one, right?
Yep. Yeah, and then as far as the safeties go, we got Akeem Dent, the undrafted free agent out of Florida State. I think he's pretty solid. And then Zach Hines, South Dakota State. I was at the farmer's market yesterday, and I saw a South Dakota State shirt. I was going to go up to the guy and say, "Hey, man, Zach Hines, the Chargers got him. I think it's going to make the squad." So, yeah, but I think Carson Barnhart has a shot.
Yeah, definitely. Barnhart definitely has a shot
because he's a very utility type player.
Yeah, definitely, and and he was also a Michigan man. So, yeah, so he played with Harbaugh, so that does give him a soft spot,
Yeah, agreed.
You got it.
Yeah, and again, Joe Alt. I think a lot of people keep talking about Joe Alt moving from left tackle to right tackle from college to the pros. Look at how big he is in this photo right here, dude. I mean, it's just bananas.
Was trying to do something with him?
I'm not quite sure, but it's like, dear God, look how big he is, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, but look, I think he'll be fine. I just really do. I don't foresee us having any major problems.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a big dude, man. The other thing too is, a couple underrated players. Will Dissly, when they say he can block the C gap, he's going to block the C gap. So he'll probably be on the right side a little more, helping this rookie out for a couple of games, just to make sure that edge rusher on the right side doesn't get a shot at Herbert at all. Dude, Dissly was 1-on-1 with oh my God, what's the guy's name from the Lions? The edge rusher. Oh my God, what's his name?
Sewell. Oh
no, that's the offensive line.
No. Hendrickson.
Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson. Yeah.
He was 100% on an island against Hutchinson, and he shut him down. Right.
Nice.
And so I don't. As long as we can stay healthy, we're gonna. Yeah, here we go. Eddie said, "Yeah, there you go." Hickinson.
Hickinson. Yeah.
Yeah, well, and this is interesting too. 7 wide receivers making it. Yeah, what do you guys think in the chat, guys? It's going to be interesting to see.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, because the problem is that because we're going to be running multiple tight end sets as opposed to wide end sets. So I would say maybe we'll have 6 wide receivers and a little bit deeper tight end room. Obviously, some of those guys are going to go to a practice squad for sure,
Well, the one thing I will say, I think if you try to put Rice in the practice squad, I don't know.
That'd be a bad PR move right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be tough. Rich says 5.
Yeah.
Rich is, of course,
I can see 5.
A Broncos fan, so
but also he's also Canadian, so we got to take his opinion with a grain of salt.
We'll speak slowly for you, Rich. I appreciate it. Well, but the argument could be made special teams.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah.
And Rich, what do you think of my shirt this time, buddy? I know he's always stopping the cap, dude.
There's a bunch of stars on it. Okay, I was thinking it had stripes on it too, but
it's my patriotic shirt. This is it.
Yeah. It's not the pattern's not tight enough though to really kind of avert our eyes.
Oh, thank you, Rich. I appreciate that.
Oh no, he loved it. He loved it. There you go.
So I will say this about Cornelius Johnson. He's a very good blocking wide receiver. What I would like to see with him is to become a tight end. You convert him to a tight end. He's a big dude, Just shove some meatloaf down his gullet, meat and potatoes, just add some more weight on him.
Right.
Dude, he could be a legit tight end if you could just get some more weight on that guy. I think you do really well.
Yeah.
Joel B. Nasty, after this year, edge rushers better not enjoy rookie year. Okay, well, that's a good point. I think he'll do well. I don't think he'll be, I think he'll be fine. I really do. Interesting thought here on the defensive line rankings. Getting the Chargers ain't getting much love, dude. We ain't getting much love.
No, we really aren't. Shoot, man. Well, speaking of Richie over here in the chat, like the Denver Broncos are getting pounded by everything too on right now too.
Yeah, Rich, what do you think of that? Denver being ranked 31st in D-line rankings. Pretty interesting.
Sheesh. That's crazy. Sheesh. That's right.
But I could kind of understand the Chargers being just more just general defensive linemen, not edge rushers. We have 4 good edge rushers, but
right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I could argue. You could argue both ways on this. I think 20 seconds seems a little low, but not by a ton. Maybe 18, maybe 17, something like that.
Well, I think and Rich has a good point though too. Is because we have so many questions because like a lot of our defensive line, the ends and the tackles there are like not necessarily proven as starters. Like Poona Ford he's been like a second stringer for a long time. Of course, the same thing with Sebastian Joseph Day. He was usually a backup guy. He's not not the headliner on the whole stuff. But I mean, I'm not worried about Morgan Fox though. He's a freaking amazing defensive end.
Yeah, Matlock seems to be doing well too in camp. Harbaugh seems to really like him.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know, like you're saying, like, there's just a lot of good questions there. Like, there are a lot of players that we have that are just kind of unproven on the line. But I think they're going to be great. Like under new leadership and under coaching and stuff like that, they're gonna perform well. And like, if we can keep a team to under 90 yards rushing, then that's going to be a vast improvement for us.
Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I think in the NFL, I think last year, pull it up on ESPN. I think the best was like 77. I think it was actually the Titans, if I remember correctly.
Wow.
The Titans, which is kind of funny. The Titans are 21st now. Anyways, but yeah, I mean, look, the cool thing about the defense that we're running as well, too, is that it's very like Brandon Staley wanted it to be like you can play fast and free. But he was very confusing in the way he asks people to do certain things, right? This is more, okay, this is the play. You guys adjusted for what you see out there, right? So that's why the one running the green dot is going to, allow these each defensive line, defensive backs, they can communicate with one another and play differently depending on what they see. Because they also know the fact is you can't call a perfect play every time, right? You just can't. So... And good thought here, Ryan. Sometimes players break out just by running coaches' schemes. Someone is bound to break out in a Harbaugh system. I agree, 100%.
100%.
100%. 3 tight ends making the 53-man roster. Hayden Hurst, Will Dissly, Zach Hines. I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, we really do like Zach Hines a lot. I think that would be pretty smart because, I mean, look, freaking – Parham hasn't been doing too well. Stone Smart hasn't been doing too well. I mean, we need some freaking competitors in that position. And, and if those other 2 guys aren't willing to compete, then bye,
Bye, Felicia. Well, you got to remember too, there's a lot of, they have in this system for a tight end, you have to be able to block. If you're not blocking, you immediately lose value. You just do not have value.
True.
And he's a big dude, man. Zach Hines is a big guy,
Right.
I saw this again today and it just made me so sad. And I don't know why I'm choosing to show it to you guys because it made me sad. I mean, that's probably not the whole point. Hey guys, is this a good time for me to ask you to like and subscribe for the channel?
Look at that.
But guys, $54 million in dollars that are just going bye-bye, you know? And I mean, you talk about Sebastian Joseph Day, $2.5 million doing nothing, you know? Breaks my heart. Breaks my heart. So, yeah, a lot to be said about that. Starting offensive line, Slater, Johnson, Bozeman, Pipkins, Alt, McFadden, Barnhart. I like that. You know, Barnhart, you know, again, is a very versatile type guy. You know, so we'll see how that plays out too. Buy or sell Jesse Mincer will set up a perfect game versus some home week. Okay. What do you think about this, Kyle? Buy or sell? Set up a perfect game versus Mahomes, aka Kermit.
I kind of like it. I mean, but I think he's giving the Chiefs a little bit more credit than they're due here. You know, like I think that we'll be able to a perfect game under Mahomes would be able to keep them under 20 for sure.
Yeah.
I you know, just maybe like, you know, 2 touchdowns and a couple field goals, whatever. Like that would be a good game for us. I think if we can actually keep them under 20 points, you know, that would be top notch right there, you know. But we're gonna have to see though, you know, because I mean, the problem is that the Chiefs are gonna be the Chiefs. So but fortunately for us is that they do struggle early on in the season.
They do
a little bit more. So but so do we historically. Like we've had a hard time being fully ready, like for the first couple of games. Like the preseason is really just like the first quarter of the season, you know, like, and that's where it needs to stop. And I think, you know, like, I mean, I hope that Harbaugh is going to actually have them so game ready by week 1 that it's going to be like, you know, pedal to the metal, man. All gas, no brakes.
All ass, no brakes. I like that. Yeah, and then training camp schedules. Rookies report the 19th of this month, so that's just a few days away. And the whole point is getting these rookies to not be rookies, right? So they are. So the interesting thing about that is because they are rookies, they are not under the same guidelines as veterans, so they're not under the NFLPA. So basically, we can ride them like Seabiscuit, literally get on their backs and just whip them to death, right? It is what it is. Hey, Rook, it's time. You get your ass here, and you need to show us what you got. So, again, I do think actually the quarterbacks also come back the 19th as well, too. So Herbert should be in the building, and they're going to be working with the rookies, right? So it's exciting, guys. I'm excited. I like this too, Eddie. And I think also for special teams, I think Troy Dye and Nick Neiman are going to be big for special teams. I can also see some rotations of some of these players as well, too. So that'll be very interesting. I thought the rookies report on the 16th. Let me double check. I thought it was the 19th. Let me see. Chargers.
I'm pretty sure it was the 19th for the rookies, but you know, now he's making this question here.
Yeah.
It might be the 17th.
It is. Oh, no, actually, Google does say the 16th, so that could be correct. 19th. Yeah.
All right.
So that's right. So it is the 16th. I think I've heard the 19th a few times too. So they do. Yeah, that would be
good. Yeah.
And that is Tuesday of next week, and then the veterans report July 23rd. But I do believe that there we go. Eggplant, squirt. Got it. Hawk Tua.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh my gosh.
I got one for you there. Buy or sell.
Yep.
The Chiefs are going to hawk Tua and spit on that thing.
spit on that thing. Oh, that's pretty funny. 6 cornerbacks. Yep. I like that too. Yeah. Hart, Taylor. I think anyone who's drafted most likely will make the team. I think that's why you can make the argument that most of the players that got drafted should make the team. And they're probably just going to try and squeeze them on special teams or,
totally.
You know, like Cornelius Johnson, maybe Rice, probably just be a special team player as well too. So we'll see how that goes. Veterans report on the 23rd. Yep. That's interesting. And by the way, guys, tickets are very limited to go to the Bolts and see practices. I know we're going to go. We're just trying to figure out the times to go. Obviously, Kyle's moved out to Utah. He's living in Orem at this point. So we got to figure that out. We got to coordinate with the other Bolt bro that's hanging with the Hill people at the moment. Okay, here we go. Aether, Kyle, I got good news. I'm sending your super chat with my Apple account.
Hey,
I'll do it before the week.
Go.
Hey, and then we'll put all that money down on this season.
On the season, yeah. We're just gonna freaking double it down, double or nothing here,
Yeah, I might get the tickets for the 27th at the Bolts. Yes, we've got to figure it out, Daryl. I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the tickets for training camp are going to start to be available on the 15th.
Yeah.
So like, and obviously the 27th, that's the back to football weekend thing. That's kind of when they have like the main event essentially.
Okay.
But the first day, of course, is the Wednesday before that, So
okay.
I would like to go to that, but I don't think I know if I can. I'll probably have some work to handle. So
yeah. So we got to figure that out. But we will keep you guys definitely posted. Again, it's going to be exciting, right? All right, another question from Eddie. This is the hard one. Andrew Kyle Bolts keeping 5 safety: Derwin James, Lohi Gilman, Jefferson, AJ Finley, Tarmus Harper. What do you think? I think Tarmus Harper probably doesn't make the team. I would say.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go Derwin James, Gilman, Tony Jefferson, and AJ Finley. I think we only shoot up 4 personally, and then we go more defensive backs. That'd be my take.
I think 4 as well. But then again, you could argue special teams for safety. I don't know. Maybe one of those guys is like really fast. Could be a return guy potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Javier, how we doing? What's going on, Bolt Bros? A win against the Ray Turds and the Queefs early on will definitely set the tone for the rest. Hey, dude, opening week, man. I've already talked to a buddy of mine just the other day, and I'm going to the Chargers Ray Turds game, dude. I'm going to go. I'm going to make it opening. You got to go opening week.
Yeah, opening week's super clutch, guys. Like I can't say it enough. And there's a big thing going on this week, this opening game as well. I guess there's a huge presentation that they wanted to do 15 minutes before the game starts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like they got something that they want to do before the game, and so they really want to enforce people to show up to actually get in your seats and to be there for that. So I don't know what it is. Maybe we're gonna find or create some kind of new chant for against the Raiders or whatever, something like that.
I'd love that. I'd love that. Some rivalry.
But as far as I do know, Sean Merriman apparently is a major part of that 15-minute presentation or like whatever thing that is. So
okay.
Like if you're gonna be at that game, we all got to be in our seats 15 minutes early. So
don't have too much fun at Thunder Alley, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Have a little fun, but not a lot of fun, right? Some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Harper and Dent. I do think Dent has a better shot personally. I just think Dent is very ready for the NFL. Personally, as an undrafted free agent, I think he's good. Roster: Cameron Dicker, Josh Harris, and Josh Harris is an amazing snapper, long snapper. So J.K. Scott, as we all know, is a great punter too. So I think we're in good shape here. But again, I do think that there is. So again, guys, you cannot talk to players right now. So technically, there's not supposed to have any further negotiation with contracts with players. This is why you're not hearing any rumors of us signing anybody or anything like that. But Rashawn Slater here, I think I just think some of this money is going to go to him, right? The guy, Harbaugh wants to lock him up, and they want him to remain a Charger, protecting our boy right back here, Justin Herbert. Here, let's get the marker out here.
Yeah.
Turn on the pin.
Start marking
it. He's the golden boy. Here, I'm going to give him a crown.
Protect the king. That's right. This is.
Well, that's a really
that's a chest, mother effer.
Oh, that's a really bad crown, but you get what I'm saying.
Why is the crown red? Anyways,
whatever. It should be gold or something, but hey, anyways, but but my point is, man,
blood. Yeah.
it's a horrible crown. But you get my point, But I do think this is really going to be the point here. You got to get this guy locked up, right? Mm-hmm. Big old number 70 right here, dude, protecting our boy. Yep. I think it'll make a huge difference. And so, I think that money will be available, and if we get it locked up, I mean, they're probably talking now. They're not supposed to, technically, but it could happen. So, Daryl, I'll be sober too, buddy. I'll be there. Yeah. Liquid courage. It's going to be good. What do you expect from Herbie?
You're talking about that, weren't you? Like you're trying to go a little bit more sober now too, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, same. Yeah, we're all of us bros are gonna try or going sober pretty much. So yeah.
Well, the age catches up to you at some point too, right?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So
hangovers,
that stuff you can't handle it anymore. Like, man, our kidneys are just like not happy with me. Like in those hangovers, all that stuff, man. It's tough.
Aether, what do you expect from Herbie week 1? How many attempts? Under 35? Yes. I think we might see 20, 25. Week 1, though, versus the Raiders, I wouldn't be surprised if we got ahead and then we just sat on it and didn't have to throw the ball as much.
Yeah, I'll take the under on that one too, for sure.
Yeah.
Like we're not going over 35 for sure.
Yeah, and then we got I expect Herbert to throw 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions week 1. Yep.
Yeah.
I have zero respect for the Raiders, dude. I do not I do not think they are even going to be a contender at all. I mean, not even kind of, So and I just saw that our boy here, Lad McConkey, got engaged.
Yeah, that's pretty dope, right?
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Yeah, here we go. Actually, I could throw it. I could let me pull up the photo, actually. Let me grab the photo. But he did get engaged over the weekend, which I thought was really great. He finally got that NFL money. He's like, all right, let's get hitched, baby. What's up? Let's do this.
Well,
let's do the damn thing.
let's do this then. That's right.
Yeah, but here's the photo. I'll take a screenshot and we'll pop it up here.
All right.
But it is exciting to see, our guys have
250 yards and 2 dubs. Yeah, I can see that, Daryl. That's probably pretty good. Yeah, I would probably say over 20 attempts week 1. 250 probably seems pretty good. Yeah, look at that. That's awesome. Wait,
yeah.
Did he make up like some kind of like balloon thing?
Oh, I'm sure that's just their engagement party or something like that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, people are doing that now too. That's kind of weird to me. Like, I was like, oh, we're gonna throw an engagement party, Yeah.
Yeah, the party's for most people. It's for the other folks. It's not really the people getting married for the most part, in my opinion.
Yeah, right.
Give me that Haktua thing. Dude, it's so funny. That chick. The Raiders secondary is trash. Don't be shocked if we take an early lead. I think that's what's going to happen. Look, again, guys, everyone keeps saying we're just going to run the ball. That's not the case. We're going to be running every single formation.
Yeah.
Period. Right. Spread, all the above.
Yeah.
It just boils down to what they're going to do for that team. What do they think they can do to beat that team? That's going to come in with the game plan. So it'd be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta attack the team other week. You don't yes, you want competition, so you would want to attack them where they are strong. Because if you can break past them, then when they're weak, you're even better. But I don't know, man. I go for the weak points, man.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
Well, so maybe we'll wrap up right around this time. But Eddie, I wanted to wrap up this thought as well too. Honestly, Andrew and Kyle, I want to see our defense just shine under Jesse Minter after Brandon Staley's failed to our defense 3 seasons. By the way, we were close to the 29th or 30th ranked defense every year underneath Brandon Staley. So whatever his idea was for the defense, it did not work. Now, the thing about Jesse Minter, they're going to go back to the basics, keep it very simple, allow these players to make on-field decisions. So, and interestingly enough, once Brandon Staley was fired, our defense became the number 1 defense in the league for the last 3 games of the season. So it wasn't a player personnel problem. It was a scheme problem. So I think we're going to be, I think at least top 10. Top 10 makes sense to me. That's my take.
Yeah, I can see that. Hey, man, if we're like if our defense goes from the bottom 5 to even the upper 15 or 16 or whatever like that, that's a huge shift. That's a huge jump. Jesse Minter could become the defensive coach of the year because of that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, for so many years consistently, just our defense has just been trash. So, especially under Brandon Staley, who was defensive coach guru. What is this crap?
Yeah, and he just clearly did not communicate well with his players. The players didn't even know where they needed to be. It was just unfortunate, right? Yeah, the Rangers defensive line is going to be good. I can't believe that I'm saying that. I know. Sad. Well, guys, there's a lot more to discuss. We are going to go live again next week. But, again, we just want to throw a video out. Again, happy 4th of July, guys. I hope you had some time with some family. Kyle and I did a nice little hike. Oh, I should have thrown up the picture of us on the hike there.
Oh,
I didn't even think about that. Actually, it would take a little while for me to find it now. But, we had a fun little hike. Bunch of kids with us. That was pretty cool. They're pretty entertaining out there running around, seeing bugs and stuff. And it was a lot of fun. Kind of took me back from my childhood. So, but again, guys, I hope you guys had fun with your families. Life is about enjoying life and being a happy person. And truly we're here to enjoy life, folks, and the Chargers definitely can make that better for us if we start winning. We will be happier people. But again, we just love having you guys jump in, and we'll have more content coming for you folks as well. And guys, if you have videos you want us to do, put them down below. Again, this week is going to be really quiet, so throw out some thoughts. Any final thoughts there, Kyle?
Well, I wish I can say that I could do a Madden thing this week, but I don't really think it's going to work out too well. So, because my little system that I had to work it. Just doesn't want to actually share the screen in some way. And so I'm kind of I'm still working out a few bugs on that stuff. So there might be some things that I can figure out, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Maybe I can do one, but it's very difficult with my laptop kind of being a piece of trash. So but we'll eventually get there.
We'll have to get some donations to get Kyle a new laptop here.
That's right.
Sure.
That's right. Yeah. Waiting on that $200 from Ethereum. Maybe I can actually afford a new laptop.
I'll go down to Costco and check it out, dude. I'm gonna get. If I ever got a Tramp Stamp tattoo, it would say Kirkland Signature Brand. That's what it would say. Probably right next to the Bolt there.
There you go.
Bolt. I get a Bolt Kirkland Signature Brand.
Yeah.
Aether says I want a video on our defense will look like. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. I'll do some work on that. Yeah. I'll do some work on that. I like that. So, all righty, guys. Well, again, enjoy the rest of your, I'm sure, long weekend vacation. And as always, we're the Bull Bros. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bull Bros, let's go.
Let's go.